know, whenever I see a brand new, well, video, whatever you want to call it, reel, you know, all the things that the kids talk about on Instagram and all of that sort of stuff, social media, I always think about that particular song from Dire Straits. Do you remember? Money for nothing, but the kicks are free. Now it's the clicks are free, isn't it? I know. Oh, listen, by the way, got told off for not, yes, I know. You should remind me, chums, I am sorry. Nice to see you. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today. As we all now know, of course, Meghan Markle has had a name change of her American Riviera orchard brand. No surprise, really, you know, when you think about it. And I love the way that she counteracted this thing of, well, as you know, in 2022, it was almost like Jack and Ori where she sat down and sort of spoke to us. I don't know about you, but, you know, the weird thing about that whole video was how different she looks in so many different things, you know, right down to the teeth and stuff. And I'm not attacking her on a personal level. She just seems interchangeable with looks every time. And also, I think she may be going a little too thin. That's just a message to you, Meghan. I know you watch this channel. You want to be careful, love. It all goes off the face once you hit 40. I know it hasn't done mine yet, but that's true. You know, you have to be careful, don't you? That's the problem. But I know you're watching, dear, so let's just be blunt with each other. Now, here's where it gets really interesting because, as you can imagine, what I find odd is this. You see, you know, when you think about it, when you're trying to launch a brand, there's two things really that you have to do. You have to appease the people that are paying you, i.e. in her case, Netflix. And the way she sort of presented it is the fact that, you know, well, they decided to partner with me and I was so excited. No. You are a big name to get digital clicks. It's as simple as that. The other shows are going to take a lot longer to lock in. As I said, it's a bit like the NBC brand or the CBS shop. People go in there, in your time, you will have bought Seinfeld, Friends t-shirts. Where the biggest clicker is right now, that is exactly what Netflix are going for. But behind the scenes, and she may smile and, you know, all be nice and out of breath and full of anxiety and all that sort of stuff because she wants you guys to be really excited about what she's presenting because, as you know, jam's her thing. Yeah, I think we gathered that, love, actually, but there you go. Now, here's where it gets even more confusing because whatever Meghan says, the bottom line is she has to now include the children. And I told you this 2.5+ years ago, I think maybe even longer. You know, eventually, if you're a celebrity, you have to let the world into your world. And the reason behind that is simply this. You see, people need to see that you're relatable. Now, as we know, so far, all we've seen is backs of heads and hands. And now suddenly we have Lilibet running through a field with Meghan, joyous at the fact that suddenly she's going to become an Instagram star. But the idea really came simply because she now needs to ramp up, and this is the aim they're going for. They want to get 5 million by literally March the 4th on the Instagram. And they realised that the stories, very sad story about her dog Guy the Beagle, that did very well for Meghan. She picked up around 200,000 overnight on that, and then consequently people loading on to see the recent Valentine's Day spread. Well, that did also very well for her. But you see, Netflix need to see a big return. They're not splashing out money. This was self-filmed, as we saw. But more interestingly than that, you know, if she hits 5 million followers on Instagram, then they feel they've got a good base to sell things. Right now, Netflix stores are not really ready. So this is going to be interesting in itself. 8 parts dropping literally on March the 4th with apparently an array of products that we're all going to rush out and buy. But truly, the bottom line for Meghan is this. Netflix calls the shots. And right now, as everybody was laughing at them saying, why did they sign them? They're putting the thumb screws, literally, on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And really, they have to dance to the tune because, whatever people think, it's a costly business being a celebrity. None more so than when you have more going out than you have coming in. Right, Meghan? As ever, Neil Sean in the very heart of London.